27th, 2021. I am Joshua Van Slykeman, and I thank you for joining us. Before we get to the top stories we're tracking this morning, let me turn my attention to the front page of the Kaieteur News. And of course, it says consultations must be meaningful. Public consultations are a necessary part of the process of approving environmental impact assessments, EIAs. These consultations must not be reduced to cosmetic exercise, but rather must reflect the seriousness which ought to be attached to such deliberations. Public consultations are often the only means in which the public is allowed to have their say and make their input into matters which concern their existence, safety, and livelihood. As such, public consultations concerning environmental impact assessments must satisfy three conditions. First, the members of the public should be provided with sufficient information which will allow them to arrive at an informed position regarding the issues which are the subject of consultation. Any attempt to withhold vital information would render the public consultation a shame. Second, the public should be given adequate notice of the consultation. Since the purpose of the consultations is to solicit the opinions and input of the public and learn of their concerns, it is imperative that the consultation allow for maximum public participations. Consultation must be hosted at convenient times and at suitable locations. It cannot be like the most recent consultation, which was held at 14 hours on a working day and hosted at the Umanayana, that has limited seating capacity. Third, the consultation must involve a wide cross-section of Guyanese and not be dominated by personnel from the environmental protection agencies or the oil companies. In order to guarantee informed discussion, the consultation must involve senior government officials, opposition leaders, technical experts, and members of civil society. Anything less would amount to play acting. Welcome to your main newscast for today, Sunday, June 27. That was your front page comment of the Kaieteur News. There, of course, you can take a reader for yourself by picking up a copy or heading across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. In our headlines this morning, gas ashore project could kill fish and other marine life, according to Exxon. In the event of any oil spill, Hess only has $66 million in local subsidiaries' bank account, and billions in profit moved to American parent company, according to Christopher Ram, and 3 killed in fuel boat explosion. And now for the news in details. At the end of 2020, Hess Guyana Exploration Limited transferred $6.9 billion in profits to its parent company in the USA. Hess Corporation, which was made from its 30% working interest in the oil-rich Stabroek block. Following this, and all was left in its bank account was $66 million. It therefore means that should Guyana suffer any unmitigated oil spill in the Stabroek block, these are the meager resources it would have to depend on, since the parent company has failed to give Guyana full coverage insurance for the Liza project. Exposing the state of the company's financial affairs and what it means for Guyana was chartered accountant and attorney-at-law Christopher Ram. Ram said he found that the total value of the assets of the branch at year-end was $363 million, of which property, plants and equipment accounted for 91%, with the remainder spread fairly evenly over cash, receivables, and deferred income tax assets. He also disclosed that on December 31, 2020, Hess is shown as having an advance to ExxonMobil subsidiary of some $13 million, while an amount of $14 million is shown as owned to Esso. 3 men were killed yesterday after a fuel boat, Canada Club Georgetown, exploded. The boat was moored at a wharf located at Friendship on the east bank of Demerara. Police identified the dead men as Sinarain Prasad, Mark Mangal, and Damon Denaya. The explosion, according to investigators, took place sometime between 16 hours 40 and 17 hours. We were told that the men are residents of Rivertongue Essequibo and were the only persons on board the vessel at the time. Up to press time, investigators related that it is not clear as to what caused the explosion, which reportedly took place at the vessel's bow. However, the Guyana Fire Service was conducting the necessary investigations to determine its origin. Additional information received from reliable sources, the vessel was empty of cargo at the time, leaving many puzzled as to what really caused the explosion. This newscast learned that the vessel is used to transport fuel for Guyana and the Guyana Power and Light. Investigations are ongoing. Meanwhile, ExxonMobil's subsidiary Esso recently submitted to the Environmental Protection Agencies its project summary for its gas to shore project, which could cost Guyana at the very least $900 million. The first 19 pages of the 27-page document speaks glowingly about the construction, commissioning, and operation aspects of the project, while noting that it will create employment and lead to cheaper electricity rates for years to come. But what is buried at the bottom of the summary speaks volumes about the potential this project holds to have a devastating impact on the environment. ExxonMobil in the document noted that the project could impact Guyana's marine, geology, and sediments. It said this could occur through the installation of offshore and non-routine or unplanned events, which was not explained. Regarding the possible effects on human life and the environment, which this is concerned, ExxonMobil said in short, any marine life that is near or close to the seafloor with this project is being done at the risk of being killed or injured. The oil giant goes on to state that the project has the potential to affect some marine fish in the project area by way of activities. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. And finally, at this time, the Ministry of Health yesterday has reported in its daily COVID-19 update that a further 100 persons have tested positive for the COVID-19 within the last 24 hours, which brings the total number of confirmed cases to 19,774. The update also reported that unfortunately 3 males who tested positive for the virus have passed away whilst receiving medical attention. This has caused the total number of deaths to increase to 462. These latest victims are a 53-year-old, a 57-year-old, and a 79-year-old. At the present time, there are 19 patients in the ICU and a total of 1,647 persons in home isolation and institutional isolation. This brings the total number of active cases to 1,665 in the country. Approximately 17,647 persons have recorded from the severe virus in Guyana. And just before we wrap things up here this morning, let me turn my attention to page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated to being blunt. Exxon says sanctity of contracts. Jagdeo says sanctity of contracts. Exxon says yes to gas to shore. Jagdeo says yes to gas to shore. Exxon says Wales destination. Jagdeo says Wales destination. Exxon says no renegotiation. Jagdeo says no renegotiation. Exxon says pump baby pump. Jagdeo says pump baby pump. Exxon says interest rate is confidential. Jagdeo says he does not know. If Exxon says jump, will Jagdeo say how high? And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Reminding you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at the newsstand near you, or head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. My name is Joshua Van Slyckman on behalf of the news and technical team, wishing you all the best. Have a great remainder of your Sunday morning.